213 Rock with Harrag Melodica on Vinylestimes Classic Rock Radio.
Hell yeah, sur la web rock station Vinylestimes, le classic rock radio, en direct avec nous, Mr. Tom AngelRipper. Hi Tom, how are you?
Hi, I'm fine, thank you. Thanks for calling.
Yes, hey, yes, I'm very pleased tonight. En direct avec nous ce soir, donc, Tom AngelRipper, qui est une légende vivante, notamment en Allemagne, concernant le heavy metal trash. Ouais, 40 ans de carrière. Il est avec nous ce soir, donc, pour nous présenter le prochain album qui verra le jour le 27 novembre, c'est-à-dire dans la semaine prochaine, notamment, qui s'appellera Genesis XIX, qui sortira via le label allemand SPV Steamhammer. Il succédera donc à Decision Day, qui est sorti il y a quand même 4 ans, il y a 4 ans, et ainsi qu'au EP Partisan, ainsi qu'à Chosen by the Grace of God et Out of the Frontend Line Trench notamment, et il est là en direct ce soir. Tom, nice to meet you.
I'm fine, thank you.
Okay.
Nice to meet you.
Yes, it's a great pleasure to hear you tonight on 213 Rock, web rock station Vinylestimes Classic Rock Radio. We are located in Paris, France, and thank you for accepting my interview request.
All right, you're welcome, thank you.
Yes. Genesis 19 is the 16th album of Sodom. The album will be released next week, November 27, via Steamhammer SPV. What a huge career. I think you are immortal.
I don't think so, but yeah, you're right. It's a 16th album. Yeah. But you know what? Time is running so fast, you know, and I am so glad we did it, you know.
Ouais, effectivement, quoi. Tom AngelRipper, 40 ans de carrière, c'est énorme, quoi. Une énorme carrière au sein du heavy metal trash en Allemagne, effectivement très connu, hein, je vous dis. Il y a quasiment 1 million de fans sur leur page Facebook. Il est très très respecté, notamment. C'est vraiment un grand monsieur. Je lui ai demandé s'il était immortel. Il m'a dit peut-être pas vraiment, mais bon. En tout cas, c'est vraiment un grand plaisir de l'avoir ce soir, quoi. And what do you burn for?
I don't know. So. Yes, I think the new album came out next week, I think, you know. But it's, you know, we got a new drummer in the beginning of this year, you know, and then we start writing the songs for the upcoming shows, the set list. But, you know, because of the pandemic, you know, all the shows get cancelled, you know. And so we spent more time writing songs in the rehearsal room, you know, and we talked to the record company. So bring an album out, you know.
Ouais, effectivement.
But we keep on going, you know. It's never get boring, you know.
Effectivement, à quoi il carbure, notamment. Bah oui, il y a déjà un nouvel album, il y a un nouveau batteur qui est arrivé en janvier dernier, il y a beaucoup de choses, il y a eu beaucoup de travail. Voilà à quoi il carbure. C'est ça. C'est beaucoup de travail, c'est ça le heavy metal. Et ça prend, à un moment donné, on se lève les yeux, on dit, mince, 40 ans sont passés. Effectivement, quoi. And, Tom, at this moment, I listen to 2 single tracks, Sodom and Gomorrah and Indoctrination. It kills.
Oh yeah, these 2 songs are already released it's a kind of lyric video, you know.
That's right.
And tomorrow on Friday we're gonna release a video clip from a song, Friendly Fire.
That's right. Yes, I know that.
You know?
Ouais.
And it's a kind of download single, a kind of pre-promotion for the album, you know. And so that's for the people who like Sodom, who can realize what will be on the next album, you know, all the other tracks, you know.
Effectivement, donc demain, il y a un nouveau single, demain qui sera disponible, qui sortira, qui s'appellera tout simplement Friendly Fire, mais en même temps, il en a sorti 2 déjà. Il y a eu 2 titres qui sont vraiment très power, trash, qui sont vraiment dans l'esprit Sodom, hein, depuis de nombreuses années, notamment il y a Sodom et Gomorrah, et ainsi que Indoctrination, et ces titres, ils déchirent. I said this both tracks, both singles, musically, it's still as powerful as ever, thrash metal and punk at the same time.
Oh yes, I think, you know, when we start writing the songs, we never think about what we're gonna do, if we're gonna do more old school or more modern, you know. You know, we just writing new songs, you know, and we have 2 songwriters, we have 2 guitarists in the band. It's the first album with a new lineup with two guitarists in the band, you know. And so these two guys gonna write different songs, you know. And if you listen to a couple of songs which are really heavy, and there are a couple of songs are more melodic because Frank Blackfire, the old guitarist,
Yes.
you know, he's also inspired by 60 or 70 guitarists like Roy Gallagher, Frank Marino, and all this stuff, you know. So the songs are very different, you know.
Ouais,
But it's a colorful album, and it's powerful, and it's really heavy, you know.
Effectivement, powerful album, très heavy, notamment l'implication de Frankie Blackfire, qui a aussi joué au Sound Creator il y a très longtemps aussi, qui est très complètement impliqué, qui a ressorti des riffs, des titres, etc., qui a composé, qui a influencé Frank Marino, etc. Il a cité des noms incroyables, Rory Gallagher, enfin plein de choses. Quand ils ont composé l'album, ils savaient pas trop où ils allaient, ils ont composé, et puis effectivement, à un moment donné, c'est trash, à un moment donné, c'est punk, à un moment donné, c'est heavy, peu importe, l'important c'est de l'avoir composé, quoi. And you symbolize, Tom, the generation of Lemmy of Motorhead, musical you will never compromise.
Oh yes, I think we, you know, that's the music we're gonna do. You know, Sodom is the only band worldwide who never really changed. You know, because we know exactly what the fans want to listen to. You know, and it's exactly the music we like listen to. You know, it's like Motorhead. Motorhead never really changed. You know, we're gonna try to write better songs, you know, in a better way.
That's right.
We always try to keep the spirit of Sodom, you know. And there is no dictation from any record companies or others who are gonna tell us what to do, you know. We just do what we want, you know. That's thrash metal, you know.
Effectivement, notamment Tom AngelRipper, comme ça il symbolise la génération of Lemmy of Motorhead, notamment parce que musicalement il n'y a jamais eu de compromis, quoi. Effectivement, Motorhead, il n'y a jamais eu de compromis, ACDC non plus notamment, et puis c'est ça, c'est la musique de Sodom. Effectivement, c'est ce qu'ils ont envie de proposer, c'est ce que les fans aiment, c'est ce qu'ils ont envie d'entendre, et ça c'est juste, ouais, effectivement, pour lui c'est le respect, c'est ça, c'est la ligne directrice du groupe, c'est pas de compromis, on joue, on se branche, on joue, on enregistre, et vous aurez ça, c'est du 100% Sodom, quoi. And Tom, the lyrics of the track Indoctrination are very current. Could it be an influence of George Orwell from the book called 1984?
Yeah, I think the lyrics changed a little bit, you know. Indoctrination, it's a song about the world we are living in, you know.
That's right.
It's not just a pandemic, you know. It's everything around, you know. I think, in my opinion, you know, everything is gonna get out of control, you know. But it's not only Europe; it's worldwide. It's America, U.S., America, I think we are living in a very, very bad world, you know. And I am very scared about the next generation growing up, you know, in this world, you know. And there is a lot of political songs in the new album, you know, but there is no political opinion, you know. I am not left, I'm not right, I'm straight in the middle, you know. I'm a Democrat, you know. But I see everything around me, you know. It seems to get out of control, you know. It's not more the land I was living in the 80s or in the 90s, you know, or in my youth in the 60s or 70s, you know. So I think a thrash band like Sodom, you know, have to scream it out, you know.
Oui, je lui ai posé la question de savoir s'il avait été influencé par le bouquin de George Orwell, très à la mode en ce moment, le 1984. Effectivement, il m'a dit pas vraiment. C'est les paroles, elles sont ainsi. Il est très soucieux concernant de l'avenir de la génération qui arrive là, parce que avec toutes les guerres et tout ce qui se passe en ce moment, c'est pas cool. Il est démocrate aussi, donc il a son opinion. Il fait pas de politique, mais bon, il a ses idées en tout cas. Voilà, c'est ce qu'il voulait vraiment dire, quoi. And on the Indoctrination, your single, you said, chaotic days, physical decade, pandemonium sound of pain, mentality agony, disgusting stench, broken bones, unruly hate. Here we are today, because in these countries of a few hours by plane from home, it's like that.
Oh yes, there is so much violence and force, you know, around us, you know, nowadays, you know. And you know, when I, you know, I don't want to write a newspaper article. I have to write lyrics, you know. And Indoctrination it's in a musical way. It's a little bit like Bombenhagel, you know.
Okay.
And with the bass sound, and it's a little bit more punky. You know, I'm a big punk fan. You know, I like punk music. You know. Yes, but the lyrics are really, really heavy and martial, you know. It has to be, you know. We are a metal band, you know. And as long as everything, the war is growing outside, you know, in the world, you know, I'm gonna write this kind of lyrics, you know.
Mm-hmm. Effectivement,
I want to set a statement, you know. I cannot change anything, but I can scream it out, you know. I'm not political active, you know, but I can scream it out, stop the war. You know, there is so much social problems what we all have all around here, you know, and somebody have to write about, you know.
Mm. Ouais, effectivement, vous l'avez entendu, hein. Bon, c'est pas un homme politique, mais en tout cas, il est capable de créer, de dire, effectivement, de dire ce qu'il pense. Oui, il changera pas le monde, hein, effectivement, c'est pas son truc, mais en tout cas, oui, ce qu'il le dit, il le dit dans ses paroles. En tout cas, elles sont très, très importantes, notamment, et effectivement, à quelques heures de chez nous, c'est aussi la guerre, effectivement. C'est assez très violent, hein. C'est effectivement, en ce moment-là, je vous dis, on a un bad feeling, effectivement, qui est là, quoi. And about the single Sodom and Gomorrah lyrics, I mean, the accusation against the people of Sodom and Gomorrah were tragic because of their sins.
No, that's just a fantasy song. That's something about it's taken from a Bible, the chapter 19, book Genesis. You know, and that's just fantasy lyrics, like also the song Genesis 19. You know, which describes the destruction of Sodom and Gomorrah. You know, by God. You know, I think there was no God who destroyed anything. You know. But it's really funny to read the Bible stuff, you know, and I was always interested in this. I'm not a religious person, you know, but the Bible will offer a lot of historical information about the people who lived in these times, you know. It's not the religion stuff I'm interested in, you know. But that's very funny, you know. That Sodom and Gomorrah, two cities get sinful cities destroyed by God, you know. That is something I'm gonna write lyrics about, you know.
Effectivement, comme il le dit, hein, il a lu quelques passages de la Bible, notamment concernant la Genèse 19, donc à peu près donc ce qui entoure l'album. Il décrit un peu que la Bible propose comme comment les gens vivaient à cette période. C'est assez intéressant, quoi. Effectivement, ça l'a influencé concernant ce titre, quoi, concernant donc ce single, quoi, qui est Sodom et Gomorrah, quoi. And in your words, in your lyrics, you said even Satan shunned this place.
Yeah. It's a place where even Satan don't go, you know, because it was too sinful for Satan, you know. You know, that's really funny sometimes. You know?
Okay.
The lyrics are really, really funny, you know. So I don't know what was happening in Sodom and Gomorrah in these times, you know. Was it a sinful city, you know, with sexual crimes, or I don't know really, you know. But this is just something what's in my mind, some fantasy stuff, you know.
Okay. Effectivement, pour lui dans sa tête, c'est un peu la fantaisie, tout ça. Il sait pas très bien ce qui s'est passé à l'époque de Sodome et Gomorrah. Donc c'est vraiment aussi une histoire biblique, effectivement, quoi. And after all of this, you must be happy after all these months of crazy work, because your album is coming next week and the new single tomorrow.
Oh yes. I'm looking really forward, you know. The next single is coming tomorrow. Album is coming next week on Friday, you know. I'm looking really forward because I got so many reviews from magazines.
Yes.
Who already listened to the whole album, you know, and all the reviews went in a positive way, you know. But I'm really interested in what the fans will tell me about this album, you know, about the songs and the lyrics and the cover and other stuff, you know. And that is very important to me, you know. But the record company, they are really satisfied. The pre-selling is pretty nice. It's really, really good, you know, in these times, you know. Where people don't spend so much money for an album. I think a lot of people, they're going to spare the money because they can go to concerts or they're going to buy albums, you know. I'm looking really forward, you know. It's always something I'm really excited about, the release date, when our album come out, you know. I'm always getting crazy about it, you know. And we'll see what happens, you know.
Ouais, effectivement, il est très heureux, très excité à l'idée. Donc déjà, il y a le nouveau single qui sortira demain, notamment, qui s'appelle Friendly of Fire. L'album, il sortira la semaine prochaine. Ouais, ça, c'est vraiment important, quoi. Lui, il a une grosse promo autour de lui. Il a fait la Coupe de Rockard d'Allemagne, etc. Donc, je vous dis, c'est vraiment, Tom AngelRipper, c'est vraiment une institution en termes de heavy metal trash en Allemagne. C'est une légende. C'est 40 ans de carrière. C'est quelque chose d'énorme, quoi. I said, this 40 40 years of career, it's very huge. Oh yeah, very huge.
Oh yeah, but but I'm still excited, I'm after all the years and decades,
Yeah.
it's still a very special day when an album comes out,
Ouais, effectivement.
And some people ask me how long you will do this, in the next time. So I don't know. I'm still creative. I'm still healthy. So as long as I have fun to do the music, we're gonna do it, But in the end, we hope to get some shows next year, because that's our job, It's not just to write the songs, but I want to bring it up on stage, And I hope we will get the chance one day, coming back on the road, coming back for touring and shows, festivals, whatever, I miss my fans so much,
Effectivement, il a encore la patate, il a l'énergie, effectivement. Les gens lui ont posé la question, comment tu fais? Il dit, moi, je suis heavy metal, je fais de la musique et je serai là tout le temps, quoi. Voilà. Tant que je suis créatif, il y aura pas de problème, quoi. And you know what? In the country as Algeria, there is a lot of fans a lot of community of Sodom's fan.
Oh, yes.
Yes.
Yeah, people, there are so many, they're waiting, but we never been in a situation like this, and, so if we don't do any shows, there were a couple of bands going to do shows in which is called in Germany Autokino. That's it's a drive-in. People go by car, and the band is on the stage. I don't know have the word in English for it.
Mm-hmm.
I don't want it. I want to do my job. I want to be up on stage. I want to see the fans. I think a metal show, it's not just a band, it's the audience, and this is what I'm really, really waiting for, but what we're gonna do next year, we start writing new songs, and we preparing a new album, whatever,
Right.
So it never gets boring, I want to spend more time with the band anyway.
Ouais, effectivement que Sodom a beaucoup de fans en Algérie notamment. Hein. Là-dessus, je salue tous ceux qui nous écoutent ce soir, en tout cas du côté du Maghreb. Effectivement, et effectivement, Tom est très très connu. Enfin, Sodom, c'était très connu, quoi. And the English sentence, Euronymous of Mayhem said, "I don't understand why people don't cut Sodom or Destruction with Venom, Hellhammer, and Battery." Do you know this cut?
Yeah, these are the best. These are the best influences. I think Venom. I think everything started with Venom.
Right. Yes.
And this is a band without Venom. The whole music metal scene would change. And it's still my big inspiration. Venom is one of my favorite all-time bands, together with Slayer and with Motorhead. And also Sodom influenced Mayhem. In the beginning. I know that Mayhem, Euronymous, and all these guys, were influenced by Sodom, because Sodom was the first band who did this kind of music. That was in 82, which called witching metal, So Sodom always had a great impact to the black metal scene, especially the Scandinavian black metal scene, There are so many fans and also bands inspired by the older Sodom stuff, And that makes me a little bit proud,
Mm-hmm. Effectivement, Euronymous de Mayhem, hein, donc très connu dans le milieu du black metal, avait dit je ne comprends pas pourquoi les gens ne mettent pas Sodom et Destruction avec Venom, Hellhammer, Batterie, etc. On pourrait aussi rajouter Merciful Fate à l'époque. Et en fait, ils sont là depuis 1982. Oui, alors Tom, effectivement, il est aussi reconnu par tous les fans de black metal qui adorent notamment tout ce type-là. Ils ont souvent cité Sodom en tant qu'en termes de major influence notamment. Ouais, c'est vraiment, c'est excellent, quoi. Depuis 83 ça date, ça fait longtemps. And this past on January, as you said, the early interview, Sodom recruited Toni Merkel as his new drummer.
Oh yes, yeah. Husky, that was the ex-drummer who left the band, in December after the last show on the tour, and there was no the big problem. The Husky told me that he played in Asphyx, which is a death metal band, and he's also had a full-time job in a booking agency, so he couldn't spend more time with Sodom, And Toni Merkel is somebody, I know him since years, and Toni also played in Sabiendas, which is also a death metal band here, the local band, and he also played with Frank Blackfire's solo album a couple of years ago, you know.
Okay.
And I tell you what, you know, this drummer, this guy is so amazing, you know. He's the best drummer we ever had in the band, you know. He's a real metalhead, and he's a really, you know, and Toni is also really interested in Witch Hunter style drumming, you know. He liked the spirit of Chris Witch Hunter and tried to bring Witch Hunter style, bringing back to the new songs, you know. And I'm so glad to get this guy in the band, you know.
Effectivement, en janvier dernier, donc est arrivé le batteur Toni Merkel qui jouait déjà avec Frankie Blackfire sur ses albums solo notamment. Il a une frappe de malade, hein, je vous dis, il a vraiment une frappe de malade notamment. I said he's played very so fast and he played very powerful. It has a very hit on his snare drums. Oh yeah, very powerful.
Yes.
Ouais.
Oh yeah, he's a really powerful drummer, you know. He's technical perfect, you know. And he has so much punch when he plays the snare and the bass drums, you know. It's a shame that we couldn't play live with him, you know, to show the people what this guy is able to do on the drums, you know. And but he's also a good songwriter. He is also a good producer. We recorded a couple of songs in our rehearsal room, you know. And I'm so glad to have this guy in the band, you know. I hope that I can keep this lineup together as long as possible, you know. That is always very important to say, you know.
Ouais, effectivement, vous l'avez entendu, hein, c'est aussi un aussi bon batteur, il sait aussi travailler en studio, et en studio, il est aussi parfait pour enregistrer, en tout cas, ça c'était top, quoi. And the artwork was created by Mr. Joe Petagno,
yeah. Oh, yes. You know, when I came up with the idea to call this album Genesis 19, you know, was 1 year before we start writing all the songs, you know, and I got in contact to Joe, and he told me, oh, it's a great time. I have so many ideas, you know, because there are so many ancient artworks around about the Sodom and Gomorrah destructions, you know, if you find a lot of stuff at Google, you know, and Joe, and he sent me some scribbles with pencil. And later, 3 months later, I got the finished artwork, the final artwork. You know? I was so impressed, you know, because Joe is somebody who really likes the band, who likes the music. You know, he's the creator of Motorhead, you know. I think without Joe Petagno, Motorhead wouldn't be so great, you know, because of the snaggle to it, you know. And he was creator of this one, you know. And I'm so proud, you know, that Joe still is working for us, you know. He didn't work for any other band, you know. He don't need some money, you know. He just working for bands when he really likes the music and the concept and the musicians, you know.
Effectivement, la pochette Joe Petagno notamment, elle déchire notamment, hein. Bon, on va la poster, vous l'avez entendu, hein, suite à différentes idées, il a mis 3 mois pour la faire effectivement, qu'a proposé Tom, et puis il lui a envoyé des idées, au bout de 3 mois ils ont trouvé le truc et tout. La pochette elle est très jolie, vous la trouverez disponible sur la page Facebook Vinylestimes ainsi que la page Facebook 213 Rock. So Tom, I hope in the next 2 years you will be in France once again, festivals or tour. Cross fingers.
I hope so.
Yeah.
I hope so. You know, we postpone all the shows and festivals to next year, you know, because also the promoters don't know what's going on next year, you know, and I think we have to wait, we have just to wait, you know, but that's a shame, you know, because nobody gonna help us. The government really don't help us, you know.
Okay.
They're gonna help Lufthansa, you know, because they need a lot of money, you know.
Okay.
But there are so many artists around, actors, musicians, painters, whatever, you know. Nobody gonna help us really, you know. And that is a shame, you know. I hope that we can do our job next year. You know, I hope they find something to fight against this virus and to win this fucking war, you know. And so we need to go, you know. That's our job, you know.
Ouais, effectivement. Donc on espère que dans les 2 prochaines années, qu'en tout cas ils viendront en festival Sodom. On a un beau Hellfest en tout cas en France. On a aussi d'autres beaux festivals en France qui pourraient quand même les accueillir. Et on espère aussi une tournée en même temps, quoi. Just before the end, I would like to say something. Black metal, lay down your soul to the God's rock and roll. All right?
Oh yes, that's what I like singing all the time, you know, because this band is what a big inspiration. You know?
That's right. Tom, do you have a message for the audience tonight, please?
I want to thank you for your loyal support all over the decades, and we have so many fans also in France, we know this, and what is a band without their fans, this loyal fans, they keep the band alive, they pay the price for the tickets, for the albums, for everything, and I'm so glad to have fans like this who keep the band alive, and I hope to see you soon. I hope to see you next year during a couple of shows or some festivals, whatever,
Voilà.
And I can tell you, take care and stay healthy, that's the most important thing,
Vous l'avez entendu, il a hâte de venir vous voir, il a hâte de venir voir les fans loyaux, etc. Donc effectivement, ce soir en direct avec nous, c'était donc Tom AngelRipper du groupe Sodom. Tom, thank you very much for this live interview.
Thank you so much and take care and hope to see you next year. Thank you so much.
Ok, voici le single donc du l'album qui sortira très exactement dans une semaine, notamment le 27, qui s'appellera Genesis 19. Voici le single Indoctrination sur 213 Rock, le Vinylestimes, le Classic Rock Radio. Hell yeah, sur la Web Rock Station, Vinylestimes, le Classic Rock Radio, notamment c'était Tom AngelRipper, ouais, grand monsieur, vraiment grand monsieur, très bonne interview, avec beaucoup de détails, etc. Une très longue carrière, 40 ans de carrière, vous l'avez entendu, il était en direct avec nous sur 213 Rock, le Vinylestimes, le Classic Rock Radio. Allez, notez bien sur vos agendas, demain soir, il y a deux choses très importantes à noter. La première, la Stride avec notamment Stan Bush and Burrett, non, je parle pas du titre Love Don't Lie. Stan Bush sera en direct avec Olivier à partir de 19h, donc demain, il y aura une émission exceptionnelle à partir de 19h. Doc Olivier sera en direct avec Stan Bush à partir de 19h demain soir. Notez bien ça. Soyez présents. J'espère qu'il va y avoir du monde en tout cas. Ça,